It was a big avenue and it was called Scream in Vain. And I hope you understand English because why it was called that interesting name was because in the 1920s, if you went out on this street with money, you get knifed and you could scream as much as you wanted, but nobody was going to help you.
Wow.
Down in Alice. It's a bit like Oxford Street though in London, we bring it on. And I stayed there about a week, and about a week later I went up to the north of the country to a town called Harbo, and we went there to film because when I was last there, it was like the moon. There was nothing growing, the people were dying or they had left, and the reason was because they only had one crop called sorghum, like wheat. And if there was no rain, then they died. If there was insects that ate the crop, they died. So we tried different things that they could grow also with the sorghum. And one of the most spectacular was sweet potatoes, yams, they're called in English, sweet yams. And so when I went there, it was a beautiful day. I landed in this little plane at 12 o'clock. And it was this classic African village. I mean, it is impossibly beautiful, that part of the world. And before it was the moon, and now these fields were green. And in the distance were the mountains, sort of purple mountains. And I watched these elegant people, now healthy, digging up, pulling up their sweet potatoes to share with us because they were very proud of what they had achieved. And I sat down against the wall of one of these African houses and I realized that I felt better. And it wasn't because of the beauty of the scene, it wasn't the simplicity of the life, it wasn't the elegance of the people, it was just, felt better. And I took out my notebook and I wrote down, sweet yams in the fields of Harbo made me feel better. And they took the straw from the roof of the houses, they made the fire and they boiled the water and they cooked the yams, and we sat there together eating this food that you had bought and everybody else. And when we were making this Sex, Age and Death record, we had this great backing track that's called The Music Behind the Song. And there was something there, but I couldn't find the words. And it is like a scratch. There's a song that has to be made and you can't find the words, but you know it's there. And I was going through my notebooks and I came to the notebook which just said, sweet yams in the fields of Harbo made me feel better. And I started singing it to this backing track, and there it was. I was back in Harbo in northern Ethiopia, a weird song. It's not like African music, it's not like European music, but when I hear it, I'm back there and I feel better. This song is called Scream in Vain.
Catch me in a second.
station. You want to understand your roots. For them it's real, from the old fruits. My more precious style than it's ever been. You share the food and the day. Sweet chimes in the fields of Harlow. The mountains roll green and green. The mountains roll green and green. Money in my pocket, dollars screaming in vain. Come on, lambs that do this louder.